I was working on music at the time too, and really trying to kind of perfect my craft. And I remember this one day specifically when I'd sent a track off to a label and they just denied it. They just said they didn't want to release it. And I had worked really hard on this particular track, like I do on most things. But right then and there, I was just like, you know what? I don't even want to do music anymore. Like, I don't want to. I'm tired of this, like fighting for it. And that was kind of the best and worst thing that could have happened to me, because for one, I went through a really, really dark time where I was like deleting things on my Facebook, deleting friends, like just starting to delete music. I think as oh god, as stupid as it sounds, I think on Facebook I wrote like "Kill Paris is dead," and that was at the time I had like 130 followers, on Facebook or something like that. But anyways, yeah. So I had settled kind of for the dream, or settled, working this 9 to 5 job. That was a really, really great job. It was really fun, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. It wasn't, me being in the studio creating music, or going out and playing shows. Or making things like making tutorials and stuff, or just creating art, being able to do that whenever I feel like, and to be able to do that on my own time. So what ended up happening is I went through this really dark time, and then I talked to my friend Dave, who he's been kind of my moral compass quite a few times throughout my life, and I think it's very important to have these people in your life that are going to be able to give you a little bit of insight on, when you're going through really hard times, there's usually something to be learned there. I mean, that's kind of the most, what I try to, it's very, very hard. Trust me, it's very, very hard when you're going through a hard time, whether it's family issues or relationship issues. It's very, very hard to come out on top and like be able to say, oh, I know that I'm going to learn something from this. Like, this sucks right now, but we're going to be able to get through this, and I'm going to learn something from this, and things are going to be better after that, or I'll have this new knowledge that'll help me in the future. A lot of times it's hard to see that, but that's basically what my friend Dave was telling me. He said, he's like, you can't give up. Like, you've worked this hard, and you're just going to throw all this away, because you're waiting for somebody to say, oh, hey, good job. Like, this is awesome. Like, that's another thing too. It's hard when if you're waiting for the kind of approval of others, like, it's a very, very painful game, and it doesn't last. It's hard. It's hard to be an artist, and it's hard to make and produce creative work when you're worrying about what other people are going to think about it, because then it becomes ungenuine. So my friend, he told me, he's like, you just got to keep going. You gotta figure something out, or you got to change something. You got to keep moving. So he told that to me, and at this time, honestly, guys, I was planning on working at this place for the rest of my life, saving up money for a house, and just staying in Indiana and giving up. And it was sad. I mean, I didn't have a girlfriend at the time either. It was kind of a lonely time in my life. But after that, I kind of went through something. I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna try to do it better. And shortly after that was when I decided to just move to LA. And again, when I moved to LA, I had maybe $1,000 to my name